Good morning. Say good morning, Northie. Getting an early morning walk. Not early enough. So it's walk and talk time. Walk and talk time. When I go for these walks and the different thoughts flood my mind, that's when I just pick up the phone and start talking to them. So many of us are striving for success. But success is relative. Many of us are striving for success and we think it's measured by acquisitions. It's measured by what you have, the house, the car, the land, the travel. Some think success is measured by your children, generations being built. But to me, success is relative. It's relative to what you want. Would you see a wealthy man, financially wealthy, all the money in the world, fly here, there, and everywhere, but has no happiness and has no family? Would you consider him successful? If he had no happiness, is that successful? So it really is relative. You could say a simple person, relatively humble, means work their 9-to-5 job for somebody, but they have a family. They make enough to get by, and they're extremely happy and content with their life. Wouldn't that be successful? So to me, success in itself is relative to what you want for yourself. So be mindful. Be mindful when you're fixating on the wrong things, thinking you're striving for success. Listen to your heart's desires and don't be clouded by what you see others striving for. Somebody else's success is not yours. Success with freedom. Freedom to make the choices for your own life. Freedom to get up and go and travel because you don't have a 9-to-5 job. You could have made more money having a 9-to-5 job, but that was not your heart's desire. You desired a little bit more freedom. You desired marching to the beat of your own drum. You desired family time, being a stay-at-home mom. Success is measured differently for each person. If success is determined by your personal goals, and failure is lack of success. If you never had a particular goal in the first place, how could you fail? So we look at failure as this huge thing that hangs over our heads when we feel we have not met sometimes the goals of others. If that wasn't your goal in the first place, that wasn't your failure. Also, failure describes lack of success of something, of a task. You are not defined as a failure. And many of us tend to forget that. The doom and gloom of the concept of failure blinds us from the fact that we failed or did not meet success as a task, and we get blinded by the feeling of inadequacy and the feeling that we as an individual are a failure versus we failed at a task. When you fail at a task, it's a learning experience. It told you that you are not equipped to complete that task, and you need to go back to the drawing board to reassess what it is that you are doing, if it's in fact the goal you wanted, and how you may wheel and come again to now solve that problem. When you do a long division equation and you get it wrong, you failed because you missed a few steps. There was an error in your calculations. Your teacher marked the big old X on the paper, give back and say go do the corrections. That's what failure is. Failure isn't indefinite and final. You always can go back and go through the steps, correct what needs to be corrected, and attempt again. Success is simply goal-oriented. Failure is not accomplishing certain steps along the way. You have the opportunity to make your corrections.